Hi everyone. I didn't expect to be sitting here recording on my own, but that's the way it's turned out. I'm on the Eurotunnel, and I felt it was the right time for this Australian to say goodbye to the UK. For those that don't know me, I'm Graham. I'm Australian. I've been living in the UK with my family, the noisy boys down the back, for 5 years now. And I'm crossing the channel, leaving this place that's meant a lot more to me than I ever expected. Amanda's travelling separately for a couple of days, doing something that she's always wanted to do, and it's given me, well, I thought I'd say a quiet moment to sit with everything, but the boys are making a bit of noise at the moment. Before we leave properly, I wanted to take this moment because I need to say thank you to everyone that we've met along the way. We've had a really incredible time here. So why would an Australian ever want to live in the UK? This question has been asked every different way, every day for the last 5 years, and the intensity has only increased since we put our first video out on YouTube. The answer is, it's the stage of life that we're in. We've got young kids, work commitments, only a few precious weeks of leave every year, and we wanted to live somewhere in the world where the rest of the world felt closer. Where culture and history were part of everyday life, not just something that we tried to squeeze into our holidays. The UK felt like a place where that was possible. So what will I actually remember about living here? For all the conversation around visas, systems, outcomes, what I'll carry with me isn't frustration. It's the feeling of being welcomed. Since leaving our home, we've stayed with 3 different families. One as we went north to Scotland, one at Christmas, and one at the New Year. They opened their homes to us, they made space for us, they showed us how much of their lives that we'd quietly become a part of, and that's not something that you forget.
Walking towards me.
So why did the UK matter so much to us at this point in our lives? I mentioned it's how close the rest of the world feels. Australia is an incredible place. We love it deeply, but at the end of the day, it's a very large island. And from Australia, travel often means days where you're spending significant time in transit and significant cost before you reach your destination. When you've got young children, work commitments, and a life that you're building, those weeks that you get off work each year, they're incredibly precious. You need to spend them wisely, and spending them on a plane is not the way that I wanted to do it. Here, crossing borders and experiencing new cultures feels like it's right on your doorstep.
Did I die to the pain? Here comes the king.
Next question. What did the UK give us beyond the plan that we came with? In a strange way, leaving has helped make what comes next possible. Liquidating life here financially supports a plan that we've always had. It feels like a parting gift from the time we spent in this country. And it's what we always wanted. The UK has helped provide that. So we'll be forever grateful for our time here. What are the small things that I know that I'll miss? Well, I alluded to it before, the history. In Australia, nothing really feels old by UK standards. Here, history isn't preserved behind glass. It's just a part of everyday life. I'll also miss the humour, the wit, the way that jokes slip casually into conversations, even when people are moaning, which in our experience feels less like complaint and more like a national sport. The sport itself has changed us. I'm not sure that I can keep the word soccer in my vocabulary anymore. It was easy to integrate, things as simple as driving on the left-hand side of the road. It feels familiar to Australians, even if one could argue that the right side is literally called the right side. We'll agree to disagree on that one. And the roads, okay, they're not so great, but the cars, they're magnificent. Owning a British or European car in Australia is a bit of a dream. Here, it's here it became reality. I once had the pleasure of travelling in a British racing green Aston Martin to the Silverstone Formula One. I have never experienced a vehicle so openly and patriotically celebrated on a motorway in all of my life. That's an experience I'll carry with me forever. What surprised me the most about leaving? Honestly, it's been you. The comments, the messages, the compassion, the encouragement, and the goodbyes. For a month now, alerts have been appearing on my phone every single day. People wishing us well, people sharing their stories, people simply just saying goodbye. The response to our first video was completely unexpected, and it genuinely felt like a nation waving us off. So, how do I hold this all at once? Loving a place doesn't mean it was easy, and leaving doesn't mean that we failed. And leaving doesn't mean that we failed to love it. Both things can be true. I'm going through this alone because Amanda's not here to share this with me right now, but some chapters you close together and some chapters you close on your own. We're moving forward, just on slightly different tracks for the moment. This isn't goodbye forever, UK. It's just goodbye for now, and thank you.